know where this priest is today?
I have no idea. And as far as I know, no one does. And everybody says that he just disappeared in the middle of the night. He was there when they went to bed one night, and they woke up the next day, and he was gone.
Questions about where the Catholic Church sends priests facing allegations of sexual abuse. Earlier on KXAN News at 5 and 6, we connected the missing pieces and tracked down some of the accused clergy in Texas. Such claims join a growing number of allegations across the nation in recent years.
In our research, we discovered a lawsuit claiming sexual abuse by a late Ohio priest now has ties surfacing here in Travis County.
The accuser tells KXAN investigator Kevin Clark that the Catholic Diocese of Columbus is prying into his personal life, specifically his drug and psychological treatment.
St. Charles Prep is a competitive Catholic high school in Columbus, Ohio. It's where a man we're not identifying says he was sexually abused by a priest when he was a freshman in 2002 and 2003.
You had a lot of kids spending a lot of hours at the school unsupervised with priests.
Monsignor Thomas Bennett taught at the school for more than 4 decades. He died in 2008. The former student claims the priest molested him several times. He says he moved to Austin and repressed those memories. To cope, he used drugs.
I made a pretty serious suicide attempt, took an overdose of sleeping pills along with, alcohol.
Was expelled from a local high school and got arrested. A moment of clarity came inside a Travis County jail cell.
I just realized I had just gotten way too used to that whole lifestyle.
He filed a lawsuit against the Catholic Diocese of Columbus and St. Charles, claiming they didn't report Bennett's conduct to law enforcement. That's even after the accuser says he told the school about it as an adult twice. Now the diocese has requested records from his time in Austin.
They dug through quite a bit of my personal life.
Documents related to his psychological and substance abuse treatment.
I've been told by multiple, friends and partners that they've been contacted and, asked if, I was just making this up.
Meanwhile, the former St. Charles student says what happened to him has made getting an education challenging.
I still get very uncomfortable and sick to my stomach anytime I have to go, onto a school ground.
Now in college, he hopes to finish his degree and give back as a guidance counselor.
I'd like to do something with troubled kids, try to pass on some of the lessons I learned. That would be my, perfect world.
A spokesperson with the Diocese of Columbus told us in a statement it's their policy not to comment on a pending lawsuit. The accuser is seeking millions in damages with the case headed to court this August.
And Kevin, is this priest's name on that diocese list of clergy credibly accused?
Originally, when the list came out a year ago, it wasn't. It's since been reflected to mention the allegation against Monsignor Bennett, but says because this matter is in litigation, a credibility determination has not yet been made.
Kevin, thank you. In Nueces County on the Texas Gulf Coast, several priests are suing the Diocese of Corpus Christi and its bishop for defamation since their names were published last year by the church. An attorney representing the priests says they were not notified before being added to the accused list. And now the church is refusing to let them look at the evidence against them. We've reached out to the diocese but have yet to hear back. Keep in mind, just because names are on the list does not necessarily mean they've been charged with or convicted of a crime. Just that the church has investigated and found credible accusations that they sexually abused children.
But we discovered several names left off last year's list. The names released back then added up to 286, but we've since found it should be at least 332. The Austin Diocese, for instance, told us it left priests off who may have been accused at points they served outside of Texas and that they weren't facing allegations here. Just today, the victim support group SNAP issued a statement about KXAN's investigation, saying, "We suspect then that the list put out by church officials was incomplete and that the research done by these journalists confirmed those suspicions. Thanks to this report, we know that there are at least 46 more priests accused of abuse that were not listed by church officials. The simple fact is that the only time parishioners and the public get accurate information about cases of clergy abuse is when journalists or secular officials in law enforcement intervene and undertake investigations. We applaud the team at KXAN for their work and hope that other journalists around the country will begin similar research into clergy abuse in their own state." Online now at KXAN.com, we're connecting the clergy. We're We're sharing all of our research and data, making it easier for you to find when and where Texas's accused priests served.